Hey everyone, wanted to jump in and give a quick overview on artificial intelligence and machine learning. A lot of folks are now intrigued with artificial intelligence and the capabilities that it has now that everyone's familiar with ChatGPT. But let's take a look at how this works. And it's easier to understand it if we take a look at traditional programming and then how machine learning and artificial intelligence works. Traditional programming, if we just take the example of home prices and mortgage calculations, it's very simple. We've seen this before. There's tons of websites that actually will calculate a mortgage for you or a monthly payments for you. So you enter the home price, you enter the interest rate, you enter the number of years, that acts as input into a calculation engine. And a programmer, a computer programmer, has created this calculation engine using code. Now, once we feed this information into it, it has a singular output. The singular output in this case is the monthly payment. Very simple. You can understand it. You can do this in a spreadsheet. You can write your own code to do it in Visual Basic, in Excel if you wanted to. So anybody can do this. But it's very rigid calculation. Any changes in the incoming data require a computer programmer or you yourself to actually change the code to make it work now. New information, like, for example, if you want to input inflation rate, for example, that's a different input, and that's going to require some intervention in the computer program. Either a computer programmer or somebody would have to come in and change the calculation to make it calculate the monthly payment more effectively. Now, contrast that with a machine learning artificial intelligence system. So here, instead of one singular input, we feed it hundreds of data points: house prices, interest rates, salaries, and homes sold for the past 30 years. This could be on the order of thousands of rows of data, or perhaps even millions of rows of data, and feed that as input into the machine learning program. What does the machine learning program do at this point? Well, it doesn't have a rigid calculation based on this. It actually creates what's called a housing prices model. In this case, we're just dealing with housing prices. So it creates a model. Now, with that model, what it's doing is that it's trying to identify patterns in the data. The patterns include what the house prices are, what the interest rates are, what are the homes sold for the last 30 years, what are the salaries of the individuals who bought those homes, and from that point, it creates this model for us to be able to interact with it. And the way that we interact with it is we have an AI interface like ChatGPT. Now, if we go to this AI interface and we ask it a natural language question like, if interest rates decrease the next year, what will be the demand for housing? Will it increase or will it decrease? Now, this interface, the AI interface, actually looks at the housing prices model and can make a prediction now based on the information that it's been given. So the more accurate the data is, the more accurate the predictions will be. Now, keep in mind that the more information that we feed to it over the course of years, and perhaps even over the course of multiple sessions of data, and even adding more information, the pricing model will change. The machine learning system will actually take that information and create patterns out of it and create another model. So it doesn't require a programmer to intervene in the machine learning example to try to accommodate new data or new information that you're trying to feed to it. All right, notice that data in this case is the most important thing to feed to the machine learning program. And of course, it's got to be quality data. Here in this example, we only talked about housing prices and creating a model for housing prices. But something like ChatGPT uses a large language model, an LLM. This is how it's able to have so many answers for quite a diverse set of topics, from housing prices to programming to cooking to video production, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of models that it has been fed, and millions of points of data that it has been fed. That's called a large language model, and it would not even be possible without the information that we've accumulated over the course of the last 30 years and the computing power that's in place today in the cloud.